I'm going to jump straight into it, guys. Hey, we get into some marketing marathon stuff. I'm not expecting this to be a huge webinar. I think as we get towards the end of the year, people kind of die off with the marketing marathon. But we'll get into it. I'll start with Frankie. Go on, Frank.
Not too much. I'm still getting stuff for my hamper organized. I did a massive shop over the weekend, but cannot get a freaking basket anywhere. It's the actual basket that I
Gotcha.
get. So, but I'm putting stuff up at work tomorrow, so um it should all be up and running then. So fingers crossed I can get one today.
Yeah, perfect. Have you
Yeah.
tried like Kmart anywhere? That's where I got mine
Yeah, I
last
went
year.
to three different Kmart's over the weekend and they were just all
Really?
sold out.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Where's everyone got their baskets from, Ray? Where'd you get yours from?
I actually using a gym bag this year because I
Okay.
had the same deal. I used to go to Target or
Yeah.
somewhere like that or a reject shop, but they're really shitty baskets out there at the moment. So yeah, I'm using a gym bag.
Okay. I might
Gotcha.
do that
That could be a
instead.
I'll
really good
put
idea,
a
actually.
I'll put a picture in. I'll put a picture in school later. I don't have it on me at the minute. That's all.
Okay, sweet. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Yeah,
You're
cool.
welcome.
Perfect. All right. So cool hamper. And then, well, obviously, I think we're pretty much ready to launch pretty soon, guys. So this week, right, we'll start getting some lead generation done or early next. I can't remember. I think the training comes out today. So keep an eye out for that one. So we'll be good to go. So how you feeling, Frank? Do you think you would be able to generate some good leads throughout this time? How's the gym looking?
Gym's been pretty dead.
Yeah. Yeah.
A lot quieter than normal. Not as many sign-ups as they usually get. So yeah, it's not looking the most promising, but hopefully um it turns around soon because I'm going away in 2 weeks' time.
Gotcha. How long are you away for?
10 days.
Yeah, cool. All right,
Yeah.
sweet. I'd say like usually this is why we run this like during this time of year, right? Because it's not and like there's not a lot of like new signups into the club, right?
Yeah.
So make the most of the active foot traffic in the club. I guarantee you though, even though when people say, it looks pretty quiet in there, there's probably 100 names in there for you to get over that kind of time period as well.
Yeah.
Right. So just making sure that we're present in the club, particularly when you like before you go away. That's a big one.
Yeah.
Right. So just live in there with the hamper. And then at least you can go away knowing like, okay, I did the work. Right. And
Yeah,
you can come back
exactly.
and go, okay, I'm good. Yeah. And I could actually enjoy the holiday. Right.
Yeah,
That's the number
exactly.
one thing for sure. So then we hit the ground running when you get back. So any other updates in terms of business, anything like that?
Um, I've had over the weekend, I've had a couple of clients drop off, so I haven't had any cancellations in a while.
Mhm.
Um, both of them are financial reasons. One of them, her
Yep.
pet needs surgery that's going to cost 10 grand. Um,
Wow.
yeah, so
Yeah.
she's like, and she was my probably one of my first clients. So she didn't want to drop off, but she doesn't really have a choice. Um, and then one of my other ones is going overseas for an extended amount of time and doesn't know when she'll be back. So
Gotcha. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah. Which is
But
like,
sorry.
yeah, earn and burn. Like sometimes you can't earn and burn,
Yeah.
unfortunately, right? So with those ones, we kind of take on the chin and know that there's a new one coming around in Jan as well,
Yeah.
right? Like, yeah, yeah. And then the other one, what were we going to say about the other one?
Oh, I've got 7 consults this week.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay. That's the most you must have had in a long time, hey?
Yeah. I don't think
Yeah.
I've ever gotten more than like 4 in a week.
Okay.
So
Where have those come from?
So I spoke with the manager about how they are like distributing the leads, like new member leads, because
Mhm.
they put it through an app and then they assign them to different PTs so that way it's all fair.
Yep.
Um, and instead of asking them, do you want like 3 free complimentary sessions, they're just assigning people to a PT and saying, we're putting you with a PT who will reach out to you as an expression of
Good.
interest for complimentary sessions. Um, and so because ever since they've started doing that, I'm actually able to get people in.
Exactly. Right. And like when your gym just changes something to like an induction session and they
Yeah.
just say it's compulsory, like I don't know why all clubs don't do that.
Yeah.
right? Because it gives you guys such like the higher strike rate. So even this is when we look at like volume, and then we look at like your conversion rate as well. So for you, although the gym's quiet, the most consults you've ever had. Like
Yeah.
it's weird, right? Yeah. So it's like with your consult volume, you could have 20 consults, but be a terrible converter and convert 5. But if we can go 5 out of 7, right? 4
Yeah.
out of 7 this week, you kind of go, okay, like it's worth it. The lower volume I can actually manage, which makes
Yeah.
it a whole lot easier. Yeah, cool. Keep me up to date with the consults. I want to see how they go in terms of be expecting a couple not to show up this time of year as well. Hey, as they do, yeah, as they do. So great job. Anything else? You're good from there?
I'm all good.
Cool. Beautiful. Love it. All right, let's jump to Ray.
Hello, how are you going?
I'm going well. How are you?
Good. I've had a few developments over the weekend. I'm not really sure if this is the place to put it out there, but
Fire away. Fire away.
okay. So you know, my trainer had a car accident, so she can't physically get to Good Life here because we're half an hour away from where she lives. And so I've spoken to my PTM, and she said basically she has to start. So then
Okay.
she has to start. She signed it because she signed it a couple of weeks ago. That 7-day cooling off period has finished. And then she said there might be an option for her to train at a Good Life nearer her, which I looked at. It's 11 minutes from where she works. So anyway, I mean, where she's moved to. So I sent her a text and I said, look, I said that we've got a couple of, obviously we've got a couple of options. Because she basically said, I said to my trainer, the contract has started, so week 1 is week 1 already. I said, having said that, you know, we could both pay half the rent until she starts at the end of January, because that's when she can get her car fixed and come down here. And option 2 is that she transfers her membership to the Good Life near her. Or number 3, she goes down the legal path, because she said she's going to take him. She rang my PTM and said, if you don't change the moving date, I'm going to take legal action.
Oh
I
my
know.
gosh.
Couldn't you have just fucking told me first? Anyway, so that's what's happened.
Yeah.
So then my PTM has told me, and today, Friday was my PTM's last day, so the other one is back today. So I haven't changed the PTMs. But I said to her, look, I said to her, what? She goes, look, these are the things. She's taken bits from the contract that says unforeseen events. You know, she goes, this is what I'm going to go down, you know, what I'm going to say. And I said, look, I said, I'd like to keep, this is what I sent to her. I said, I'd like to keep pursuing a friendly resolution, because I like it there, you know. I know that's Good Life, but she goes, and I said, which would involve further discussions. And I said, I'll highlight that you really want to work there. That's, you know, no talk of not starting, it's just the car situation and all this kind of stuff. And I said, I'll go in today and talk to them. But I said, let's keep legal talk out of it for the moment, because they won't come to the party at all if it's pushed at this early stage. She goes, yes, okay, agree. So now, today, I'm going in with a plan to possibly see if they can fucking cancel the contract.
Yeah.
That's something I'm just going to ask friendly, and, you know, say all those things I just said. Because if she decides to pursue the legal path, I'm just going to say I'm not interested. I said, and then she didn't actually sign the contract with me. So there's no contract with her. There's implied contract though, because, you know, Darren's done contractual law through all the mining industry, so he's really up with that. He goes, it doesn't matter, Ray, when you've implied contract, you paid her for it, she come down. I said, okay, but I can still do termination, and so I'm not
Yeah, you can do termination. Yeah,
and moving
absolutely.
forward. But I just feel really fucking bad, because this woman has signed on. She's not at no point has she said she doesn't want to do it. But when I gave her the option, she goes, no, I want to come down with you. I want to work with you. At the end of January, she goes, but if they don't move the date, I'm going to take legal action. And I thought, well, I haven't told her yet that I'm not going to have a bar of that. That's where I'm at.
Yeah. So the legal action wouldn't have to have anything to do with you either,
No,
right?
it
Because
won't.
she's a
Yeah,
subcontractor. Yeah. So
it doesn't. You know, I'm pretty okay, which is that's why it's so it's fortunate for me, thank fuck. But for her, I feel really bad, because I like, yeah, so this, you know, she's forced to go ahead, then I'm actually forced to either go halves with her to come down and start, or Darren said, why don't you just pay the whole lot, just have her come down as per normal. I thought, I don't know what to do. I don't really want to do that, because she's still got to come on board. You know, and I feel that if they don't move the date, that she's just going to go ahead with legal action. She's already spoken to this lawyer guy at her gym, and I'm just like, okay,
you don't want a bar of it at all.
no, I don't. But you
No.
know, like, for me, if that were me, I wouldn't have gone straight in, hammer and
No.
tong with legal action. Even if I thought that, I would be looking at all my fucking options, talking. She's just gone for the jugular straight away, and it's just
Yeah.
like, I feel very uneasy about it because of this type of person. I don't just go like that. I think things through. Do you know what I mean? And I don't want
Exactly.
someone that's fucking just goes off the cuff like that and potentially, I know she's, or, she's stressed out. I get that. But like, that's where I'm at. And I wake up at 1 o'clock in the morning and fucking Saturday morning thinking, what the fuck am I going to do?
Yeah. Okay. For you now, you don't need to stress at all about this, right? So this is all that I
Yeah.
do with her. I just say, look, whenever you have an issue, come with me because come to me because I've built the relationship there.
Yeah.
They are 10 times more likely to say yes to me than they are to you, right? So
Yeah.
I think making sure that we do that, number one. Now for her, doesn't she have a huge build-up period as well? So like, is she going to be
Yes.
paying much rent at all anyway in
Well,
Jan?
I worked it out. By the time she starts, say at the last week of January, where it would have been like nearly $800 worth of rent. That would have been from in
Paid.
total. Yeah, which
Okay.
isn't a whole lot, obviously. I mean,
No. Yeah.
but I still have a feeling that she'll say, no, I don't want to pay any of that. But anyway, whatever. I guess I can't sort of preempt. I've just got to go in and
Yeah.
do my friendly talking and go from there. But
All right. What's your
yeah,
plan? What are you thinking right now? What do you want to do? Do you know what you want to do?
I feel like I just want to. I don't want. I'm concerned because she's gone straight for the jugular, and
Yeah.
that type of behaviour is, if she's done that already in a stressful situation, like you said, not come through me, I don't feel that we're a team. Because even in the
Mm.
build up, she's talked about doing a banner, but she wants to push her nutrition. It's like she's like doing her own thing anyway.
Yeah.
And I said, look, well, I'm pushing for her to go to the one near her, which is 10 minutes
Mhm.
away. I want to say that, why wouldn't you go there? And, because it's 10 minutes. And the other one is, I would push, I would not, don't want to do anything. I'd rather just go back, do my thing myself, and just go through and do it all myself again.
Yeah.
Like, just stay
Wait
on
for
my
another
own.
one.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
maybe. But yeah, well, maybe just look at somebody very, like you just said, reiterate that you'd come through me first. This isn't, we're supposed to be a team. Don't just
Mm.
panic like that.
Yeah, for sure. I think,
I don't know. It's just,
oh yeah, she's obviously has she strong personality.
yeah. I guess so. She's lovely. I've never had any inclination that she is underhanded or undermined or manipulative. She's never come across like that. I think she's just panicky and she just goes straight in. She's
Stressed, right?
just straight in and done what she does best. She's a single mum. She's just moved house. She found out she's
Okay.
got no car. She can't even fucking get to her other job.
Yeah.
She's at
So
Uber.
Christmas time of year, single mum,
Yeah,
stressed, no car. Like I can see where she's come in hot, but I
yeah,
think you just need to have that conversation with her to say like, look, like you need to come to me. Right, like
yeah.
we're gonna sort it out. I'll help you sort it out. There's a whole new PTM, right, coming in. So the old one said no. Yeah, there's a new one.
She's just saying what's from above.
Yeah.
They go
Yeah.
up there. So she's the same. And the one that's coming in is, I don't know him as well as her. He's came in when I was over in Perth. He's very business orientated and knowledgeable. So yeah, I've just got to go in and have the chat, and then they have to go above. It's not even the manager. They've got to go to fucking wherever they go to,
Gotcha.
up
Okay.
there somewhere.
Right. So
Yeah, so it just made me have
yeah.
it just made me have a think as if it's even possible in good life, like the fact that that's happened, like that's just a big eye opener. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's very possible. I think what has happened with her is a pretty extreme
I know.
cases of events, right? Like it's a
Yes.
very individualized situation. So just not letting yourself get overwhelmed. Like this is a one big, I don't even want to say setback. It's just one big thing that's happened along the way. You'll probably look
Yeah.
at this at the end of Jan and go, this was nothing, right? But it's that perceived thought of like what's going to happen,
I
how's this
guess
going to, do you know what I mean?
I guess, if we do pay the rent, she comes on board in January, and then like Darren said, if she just came aboard as per like she's going to, and it doesn't work out, what would you do anyway, Raywin? And I said,
Yeah.
well, I'd probably terminate my contract.
There you go.
So,
Right.
but this is sort of out of our hands. There's
Yeah,
a
you just say,
6-week lock-in, and then
yeah,
she's got to give 45 days notice.
gotcha. Okay.
I
So,
can transfer it to another PT as well, if that's an option.
yep. Okay. There you go. Right. So what I think we do here, just say to her, look, like, unfortunately, this is business, right? I'm here to support you. What you can do is pay the rent, right? But then she pays it back as she starts to make the money, right? So you kind of deducts slowly. Do you know what I
Yeah,
mean? Because
yeah,
then you can do that because then it's not out of her pocket necessarily, right? So it's just how gyms go as well. Like for us in World Gym, we start a trainer and then they want to push it back 2 weeks. You just start, right? It's unfortunate it's the way it is because you've agreed to that date. I don't know why they do it like that, but they do it like that. It's actually more hassle for you and her to try and get this resolved, to push it back out a few more weeks.
I know. I don't. Yes, I know.
Yeah. So I think for you, number one, just tell her you need to come through me.
Yeah,
That's first up every single time. She signed a contract with Good Life, but if she goes around stomping her feet in there, right,
yeah.
kicks up, like first few weeks in there, it's not going to look good
No,
for
and
her, number
they've
one.
already said if she wants to, if she decides to go legal or do something else, then it has nothing to do with me. It'll be solely between them two. That the PTM already said that to me.
Hmm.
So it's like out of my hands anyway.
Yeah, so let her know that as well. You can say that to her. Like it's because you've signed an agreement, right? I can't help you, right? But let me help you,
Yeah,
right? By doing this.
yeah,
Which are the next steps, that kind of thing. So I think for you, a few deep breaths. I've definitely had the moments throughout my business career where you're
yeah.
sitting there a
I bet you
Saturday
have.
and you're going, oh my God, like what's going to happen? Right. So, but look, like at the end of the day, we come out the other side and another problem arises or another challenge arises. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
It's going to
yeah,
be one that you look back on. So
yeah.
yeah, just have that
I guess
conversation.
moving forward, and I'll just stop now. Sorry. I think just moving forward to like we go to all the effort, we pay the rent. Let's just say we pay the rent. She starts January and then she shit or something else happens. That's probably what I'm thinking like now, which I shouldn't probably be thinking like that. But it just feels like it's been so long-winded just getting started. It just feels like it's gone on forever.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
for sure.
anyway, like you said though, it'll just be a matter of, me going, having the meeting, just fucking doing something.
Yeah, yeah. And this is where you really solidify yourself as like I don't like the word authority as such, but
Mm,
when it gets too friendly between you and your trainers, you want to be friendly. Like they are a part of your team,
yeah,
part of your family, but they can't go behind your back and do that, right?
yeah.
Even though it's got nothing to do with you, but at least let you know. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, well, yeah,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Anyway, I'll let you know how it goes.
Let me know. Hey, have the conversation and we'll go from there.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
thanks.
cool. All right, no stress. Tomo. Good to see you, man. It's been happening.
Hello, it's been a while.
It has. It has. It's been
I've
going
been
on.
a lot has been going on, my man. A lot has been going on. I had the last week off because I went on holiday to go visit my grandparents, so that was much needed. But
Yeah, nice.
I really haven't been talking to anyone in this whole thing for the last few weeks. But I've hired my first two trainers, which is pretty huge.
It's
But
massive.
yeah, so I don't know what my mindset was. I feel like it was kind of just like, nah, I can do this by myself, and so I didn't need to tell anyone. But I feel like that's not a smart way to go, especially when I'm literally paying for the help. And
Okay. Give me an update. Where are we
yeah,
at?
so I put a job out on Seek a while ago because my Instagram wasn't working. I had like 12 applicants for that, which is pretty cool.
Oh,
Um,
wow.
yeah, so I got a few of them in, and there was one good one. His name's Nick, and he was like absolutely incredible. Like he came in, the interview was great, and I'm like, yeah, I want this guy. He's exactly like what I wanted. So I pretty much messaged him the next day saying, yeah, you've got the job. And he shadowed me the week before I went on holiday, so 2 weeks ago. He
Nice.
shadowed me for about 3 hours, and then he took my session, and I watched him for the next 3 hours after that on those 2 days. So he's really good. I think he's ready to take some sessions. Except the only thing is he does like 5 to 8:30 in the morning, and then like 5 to 8:30 in the evening after his
Okay.
job. So
Yeah.
I'm like, which is sweet anyway, because they're the times I don't want to work. So
Oh,
that's
for sure.
it's
Yeah.
kind of perfect. And another one as well is I had a chat with the owner because I had a girl named Alina come in for an interview as well. She's really good. She does CrossFit. She's super jacked. But she's Brazilian and her English isn't fantastic.
Okay.
So that's why I was kind of like, when we did the interview, I'm like, yeah, she's good, but like, I just don't know whether I would be able to vibe with her if I can't understand her properly or if she have to repeat stuff.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I chatted with the owner, and the owner's like, "Nah, get her in for a second interview because we need a female trainer, and she has a good smile. She knows what she's doing, and people would feel comfortable." I'm like,
That's the thing. Yeah.
"Yeah, yeah."
Yeah.
So I got her in for a second interview. She trained me, and we had a pretty good session. Like, I just got her to take me through a workout session, what she would do, and then I said, if I enjoy it, if I'm like, "Oh yeah, that was pretty good" at the end, then I'll probably end up hiring her. But if I'm like, oh no, I can barely understand her, then I won't think about going forward with it. But we did that, and it was pretty good. So I sent her a message because the owner was on the same page as me to let her know that we want her part of the team, but I'm going on holiday, so I'll send her a message when I get back from holiday to let her know what's going on with that.
Awesome.
Yeah. So that's
Cool,
where
man.
I'm at the moment.
Yeah, it's huge update. So have they both signed the contract, or is only one signed? Nick signed the contract, or?
So only Nick at the moment, but I'm pretty lucky because I chatted to the area manager and he pretty much said I can have free reign and do whatever I want. We're getting reduced rent as well for the next two trainers, and yeah. So he said whatever contracts you sign, that's all the contracts I need. They just need them in our system, pay rent to us, and then you do whatever you want with that, which is pretty cool. So.
Man, like you've done well because you've built that. Like this is what we want to see within clubs supporting their trainers, right? Most don't care, but your guys obviously really care about your growth and your business, right? So having those two under you now, this is where you take a step back and you actually have a bit of freedom to run this marketing marathon as well, right?
I
So
need to look at that.
yeah. It's so I think for you, like we say in the club, how's the club looking? Is it busy this time of year still?
Not
Is
bad.
it?
Not bad.
Yeah, not too bad. Yeah, beautiful, cool. So like we say, 100 to 200 leads for you, man, it'll be very, very easy walking the gym floor. And then from there, these guys will get close to fully booked off the back end of that
Yeah,
as
good.
well.
And that's exactly what I want. And I had a chat to
Yeah.
the area manager as well. And I said to him, like, kind of preface, if I was going to expand even further down the line, I said, let's say, because they own 12 clubs, their group, and it's all managed by the same guy. And he loves me, which is great.
Yeah.
And so I said, later down the line, let's say I get these two fully booked. My plan would be to move into another gym and do the same thing and help as many people as possible. And what he's doing at the moment, he's going through a place called Fit Pro, which are kind of like mentorship for the PTs with increased, like, they take a cut of the rent or something, and then they get them PTs and they train up the PTs and how to do PT, I guess. And I said, how would that work if you're already doing that? And he said, honestly, it just comes down to whoever does it better. So if you show yourself in this club and you get these guys fully booked and they're having a good time, and the club's looking good, then I'll just give it to you instead of these guys. So that's pretty exciting down the line as well.
Huge, man.
But now I'm back from holiday. I really got to lock in because there's a lot I got to do. And there's a lot more leads. I'm used to not making any calls, getting them all handed to me, just like cruising.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, okay, I'm actually going to pick up the phone. Like, I can't just expect that these guys are going to come to me, and I can't expect my consults to be, oh, okay, so you came to me. Why do you need PT? Like, what?
Exactly.
It's more like, the sales aspect. But I'm actually looking forward to that for a bit of a change of pace.
Yeah, because for you now, so how many sessions are you handing across? Is Nick taking, what's the plan for that? Obviously, we want to handball it, so he's not taking all of them, but just making sure that he takes a few, you take the others, that kind of thing.
So the ones that he's shadowed, I chatted to all of them, and I'm pretty sure all of them are happy to go to him. So so I was like, oh, what do you think about Nick? They're like, yeah, he's pretty cool, man. He's awesome. I'm like, oh, how would you feel about a couple of your sessions next week with him and one with me? And they're like, yeah, awesome. That's cool. So
beautiful.
I think that was the plan this morning because I came in a bit early. I don't have a session till 10:30. But I just wanted to make sure that all of this was kind of settled and I can make the plan. And so I'm like, oh crap, I should probably go to the webinar then.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Right. So definitely watch the training for the marketing marathon. All right. Everyone, guys, if no one's watched it, stay up to date with it. All right. There's new training, I think, coming today or early this week, right? So we just talk about solidifying your business, right? So making sure that you got your time holds in place over this period as well, so people come back, Tomo. But for you as well, were you here last year when we did this?
No, I came just
Okay.
after. I came in
Yeah,
January.
gotcha, right? So this is all new to you, and you'll just be like, oh my God, like you won't have to. We kind of like stay away from calls, everything. Like we go away from through kind of December, and then we start making the calls early Jan, right, for the leads that we generated. So I think for you, man, as well, now taking yourself and going, you know what, like it was cool to be in cruise control for a long time, but now I'm actually like, you're basically management, right? Which is the big thing now. Now it comes down to actually managing people, right? And that kind of thing. So making sure Nick, I'd say Nick is priority one as well. If you really gel with him and just making sure, he kind of reminds me of Bailey, who I've got on my team, like just making sure he's good, right? He's comfortable. He stays optimistic throughout the whole time, right? And just really open and honest with your staff. That's the big one, I think, hey. So for him, from 5 to say, just say 8:30.
5 to 8:30. Yeah.
So he can do like 6 or 7 sessions, basically. Right. So that's good. I can do 14 sessions a day if you really needed to, right?
Yeah.
Either side. So that's going to take some time off your plate. And then what's the plan for you? You're going to try and work middle of the day, and that's kind of it in terms of sessions. So you can do lead generation either end, or
I guess we'll see. I don't know.
Yeah.
Whatever needs to happen.
yeah, beautiful. All right, awesome. Well, it sounds like you've done it well, man. Like at the end of the day, you've hired well, done that kind of thing. Make sure both those contracts are signed off as well with Nick. And what was the other trainer's name?
Alina.
Elena, cool. Yeah, sweet. From there, Telstra wants to go, done, basically. Yeah, with both of them. Or Alina, not so
I
much.
haven't even. I just had the interview with Alina and I've just chatted to her, but I haven't done anything else with her yet.
Cool, perfect. Right, yeah. So let's get Nick going, because basically on the back end of Jan, you start to fill up his diary nice and quick. Cool.
Yeah.
Love it, brother. Anything else you need?
I don't think so. I think I'm good.
Yeah, beautiful. Love it, mate. Nice work. All right, guys. Everyone else, drop a 1 if you need me as well. If not, I'll come around to everyone, have a chat, see what you're up to in terms of the marathon, and we'll go from there. All right. So I'm going to jump to Shan if you can chat, Shan.
Hey mate, how are you?
Going well, mate. How are you?
Good, thank you.
All right. Where are we up to?
Overall I'm going all right. I lost two last week, and then I had a lady come in and start training with another trainer, and I had like a gap in between clients, and I saw her come in and I was like, oh, I haven't seen her for a while. And then she started training with another trainer. I was like, okay, I'm not really sure. I feel like
I've had it before, man.
I feel like the manager might be giving them like some of the trainers a list that I'm just not getting.
Gotcha.
I feel like something's just happening where I'll do a jump start and train them for free. And then if it like if I don't close them, I'll see them back in there with another trainer again. And I think why it's strange to me is normally like these people give quite good feedback. So I just don't really know how this guy has no online presence or anything either. So I just don't know how the leads are getting to him. And so he must be like calling some list of new members. But basically what I did yesterday was I went on to Gym Sales and I just looked through all the people that we signed up in the last week that didn't get PT. And then I just sent them all through because there was quite a lot of them, and I couldn't make all the calls, but I made a call for maybe 20 of them, and then I text through maybe 10 of them, and then 5 replied yesterday. So I've got
nice.
5 consults booked through that.
Perfect.
So that's pretty good. The thing that I'm unsure of, and I know like this might seem ridiculous, especially like, you know, coming from me, especially with the experience you've got, I just can't comprehend how the hamper works, because to me, if I want a PT, I'm going to get a PT. I can understand how we generate leads through it, but I can't see how it's going to convert to anybody. I'm going to buy all this stuff, and then they're going to not even care about PT. They're just going to want some free stuff, and then I'm going to be left with a bunch of leads that aren't that interested in PT. They're more interested in a giveaway.
Yeah, I can see how a lot of people start to think that as well, right? Like that's what I thought initially. But it's because it's a New Year's fitness hamper, right? So when you're invested in a New Year's kind of health and fitness journey, right, there is slight interest in there to actually change your life through PT. Right, like that's the biggest thing. And I can see where you're coming from. Like a lot of people think that as well. This is the strategy. If there's anything I'm going to tell you, this is the strategy that got me fully booked the first time around. Right. So for you, it kind of eases your mind and that kind of thing, right? So when you're generating 100 to 200 people, right, there's always going to be on the back end of that a minimum of 20 to 40 consultations, right? And we know that initially, for me anyway, when you go and have a consultation with the PT, right? Or like when someone gets in front of us, initially they can be thinking, you know what, I don't want a PT or I don't want to sign up.
Yeah.
So it's not necessarily like the hamper, it's getting them into the funnel and getting them in front of you so you can then using your selling techniques to get them converted
Right,
as
right.
well.
Just getting them in front of me, and even if they want the hamper, I just trust my sales when they're there. Yeah, no,
That's it, right? Yeah. So
right.
that's kind of, yeah. And I think a lot of people overlook that part. It's like most people that come and have a chat with you,
Yeah,
they didn't think about signing up with the PT that day,
yeah,
right? But it's because you've sold them into it that makes it a whole lot, like you get the conversion through that.
yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, and I think for you, like, kind of with these things that are happening in the club, no other trainer is going to be running this strategy,
Yeah,
right? So
no one. They're all established, and they don't seem to be running like any strategies, any of them. I think
yeah,
it's like referrals and just having like a client base for being a PG for 20 years, so they have clients that they know.
yeah, yeah,
But outside
and
of that, like I can basically run any strategy that I want, but I also am trying to figure out like what to put in my hamper as well, which is a hard one because their client range and age is like quite different. And even through December, we got a lot of people that come back to Canberra because then maybe their family are here and they're in the gym for like 3 months. So I'm just not sure with the older clients what to put in it. I can't really have a hamper with a bunch of pre-workouts and supplements in it. Most of the members that would be able to afford PT are going to be like, I don't really want some pre-workout. Like, it'll give me a heart attack. What even
yeah.
is that?
Yeah. So you always want to do like a protein in there because that's pretty standard, right?
Yeah.
And get like a no whey protein as well. If you haven't got one already, a lot of people just tend to like that more. Then you kind of go for little things like little things from Kmart, man. So you go for like cookbooks, you go for like trigger balls or like gym towel, water bottle, and then like any subs you can get voluntarily given to you from like a
Yeah.
sub shop, that kind of thing. From there, I'm trying to think what I had in mind. Foam roller, yeah. Isaac, good shout. Like a resistance band pack, $10 from Big W. I had like a NutriBullet in there. I had in there 1 year. They're like $80, right? So
Yeah.
you can definitely fill it up without spending a whole lot of money. I'd say if you wanted to make it pretty like solid as well, you kind of just go for $200, right? And like it's always good, 100 to $200. And then you kind of just want little fillers. Like Simon had water in his 1 year, or even just like, yeah, Gatorades, Powerades, these kinds of things,
Yeah.
right?
Okay.
So yeah, kind of look at it and go, okay, you kind of want to make it like, um, so it can like attract different age groups, like you say, right? Because you're right. If you have a bunch of pre-workout in there, some 50-year-old, 40 to 50-year-olds aren't really taking pre.
Yeah.
It's more like a young kind of thing. Yeah, a younger person, right? So
Yeah.
um spend this week, get it filled up, brother. Right. Just kind of start to play around, get a build because we'll launch pretty soon.
Yeah. All right, Angie.
Cool.
Thank you.
Love it, mate. Easy done. All right, I'll come to Sam.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How are
Yeah.
you? We've got another club, right?
No.
They
Yeah,
don't?
still,
Okay.
no, yeah, still here.
Yep.
There's no staff at all now, so it's just me. No
Right.
reception, no manager, no one.
Yep.
So yeah, it's really, really hard.
Okay. What's the go
Um,
there? So is someone coming in to do anything?
They offered me the job. I said no.
Yeah.
Yeah, but apparently they're going to get someone part-time or full-time
All right.
to just man a desk because there's no one at all on the desk or anything.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Give me an update. Foot traffic, everything's still low.
Yeah, it's very, very, very quiet. I'm booking all the new members that join, I get them booked, but most don't turn up or they reschedule.
You got Calendly set up?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. How many are we getting booked in per week usually?
Probably 3 a week.
Okay.
And then out of 3, 2 will either not turn up or reschedule themselves on Calendly.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. I think, well, yeah, it's kind of a one where it's frustrating. Is that the volume that's in the club right now? Like 3 sign-ups per week?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's a very quiet club because
Slow.
there's no one here to sign them.
Yeah. So how are they signing online?
Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. This club for me is just like it's so slow, right? So and it's hard if there's no manager, anything like that in there. Have you got the opportunity to go into the other club?
Not at the moment because the trainer is still in there. So
Okay.
I can't, yeah.
All right. What's your plan for this week? What are you thinking?
Well, I've got the hampers out. People are scared of it. They don't want to
All
put
right.
their names in there.
Yeah.
I've got one name in there so far. He was like a young kid, but
Yeah.
yeah, I don't know what to do. I was
Okay.
thinking of offering like a group session,
Yeah.
to try and get like the people I have seen in to
Mm-hmm.
something yet. But I don't know how to set that up. Like I've got the Calendly group sessions. I use Newey as well, so I don't know if I should do they pay every week or once off or set up a membership.
Yeah. All right. So for you in this hamper, how have we got? Have you got like a lead box or are people writing their names down on the hamper list?
Yeah, it's a box where they put their
Mm-hmm.
name in there.
Okay. And it's just one in there now?
I've put a few in there myself.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Yeah, good. Now, what I want you to do as well, busy times, like let's say busy times in this club, how many people are on the gym floor, do you think?
Probably 5.
Yeah, that is hard.
Yeah.
That is hard, right?
Yeah.
So you'd say from like, would you say Monday to Friday, are they afternoons that are busiest or mornings?
It's always the same. Yeah, nothing. It's never really busy.
Yeah, gotcha. All right. When can you get into this other club? Is this other club any busier as well?
Apparently, there's less members, but when I am in there, there's more people in there.
Okay. What I'd be doing as well is have a chat to Sash and ask if you can go into this club and run this strategy, right? Like heading into the new year. That is
Yeah.
kind of like, yeah.
The issue is there's another Pinnacle person in there. So
Right.
yeah.
Okay. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Have we got a one-on-one booked this week at all? Do you know?
I've got one with Nathan tomorrow, but I can
Yeah.
book one as well.
Yeah, okay. I want to go away and have a bit of a think about what we can do, right? Like particularly until you get into this club. Do you know when you are going to be able to go in?
I think she's changed it. She's sussed out that I was interested and now she wants to stay there.
Gotcha.
But yeah.
All right. Let me know how the one-on-one goes with Nath tomorrow,
Yeah.
right? And then shoot me an update, right, on school. And
Yeah.
I'll have a think about how we tackle this. Because if we're having five people in a busy time,
Yeah.
it's tough. Right.
Yeah,
We're
and
not
like,
gonna try and
yeah.
sugarcoat it. Like that's rough. Yeah.
Like even if I walk around with a hamper and be like, "Hey guys, do you want to enter?" They just look at me like I'm
Yeah.
not even there. Like, yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have this chat with Nath tomorrow. I'm gonna shoot him a message now as well to kind of stay update to date with him. And then
Yeah.
we'll go from there. Right. And we'll kind of make a plan of attack. Sweet.
Awesome.
All right, easy done.
Thanks.
No probs. Isaac.
Hey, so at the minute, I'm not my hamper's done completely.
Yeah.
I'm putting it out today and setting everything up today. I was supposed to do it last night, but I had a bunch of shit to get done. So I'm
Mhm.
gonna put it out today. I think I got too much shit in there as well. I ended up
Yeah.
going to like 4 supplement places, and I got like 40 plus, almost 50 like single use samples. You know, like the
Gotcha.
proteins or shit
Yep.
like that. It's like stupid, but I'm happy with the hamper. Spent like $20, and it's looking nuts.
Nice. Great job.
Yeah, but at the moment it's kind of weird because our PT manager just quit, but she's not quitting till the 5th of December. She's not leaving till the 5th of
Mhm.
December.
Yep.
So for the last week and a half, she's been doing like fucking nothing. She's like not even in the
Yeah.
gym. She's
Yep.
like just doesn't give a fuck because she's not there. So
Exactly.
the PT, like I've been getting no leads from that
Yep.
at all. So I've managed to make it to like this last week and this week. Last week I had about 6 consults. I still got some, and this week I got about 4. But like I'm really exhausted the leads that I can get from there.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm kind of relying on being in the gym and talking to people and people coming
Yep.
up to me.
Yep.
But that's a bit of a problem now too, because now that she's left, there's also some weird stuff like there's another PTM for another club that is in there because their club's closing, but they're still managing that club. They're just doing it from our club. So there's no room for me to sit in there on my computer and do shit. I would just be
Gotcha.
walking around, like standing
Yep.
aimlessly.
Yep.
Um,
Okay.
yeah, so it's just
So how'd you
fucking
go last week with the consults in terms of conversions?
0, dude.
Okay.
Like this, it was I don't know, a bunch of them. It was all the same shit. It was all like Christmas time, bruh. I can't pay for it. But come back to me January. And I tried to close it like from there. I tried to like be like, but dude, like what's gonna change? I guess it's
Yeah.
money, right? But like, I had a bunch of shit, but I couldn't close them on the day. It was like bad week last week.
Yeah, it's one of those
Very
ones.
bad week.
Definitely a test week, mate. Like there is test
Yep.
weeks that happen all the time, right? So for us now, that's overcoming that objection of like you just have to ask that were they really gelling with you? Like, did you feel like they wanted to sign up? It was just finances.
Okay. To be fair, a couple of them I think weren't going to sign up from the beginning, but
Yeah.
I still tried hard.
Mm-hmm.
One of them that I think might sign up actually this week. I have to call her back today, but she was not interested at the start. I was like, oh my god, like I was writing the questions down to her, like speaking the questions out, and she was just answering with like, "Yep, do you have a goal? Like, do we have a goal that we can hit? Like, is there a body weight we want to hit, or like you want to get like a big bench press or like something like that? Like, you want to get big arms? Like, and she's like, no, I'm not fussed. And then
Yeah.
like just there for the fucking free session. But at the end of that, she was like, can I call you Monday next week and like have a chat about shit? I'm like, yeah, what are you gonna chat about? Like, we could chat about it now. I was like, no, I got to go now, but all good. But so I think she might sign up if I call her. But
Possibly.
yeah,
Possibly.
otherwise
Yeah.
it's like just a slow week. I've just been working on the hampering shit. And,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So us now, that 4 consult volume is pretty standard across these next few weeks, right?
Yeah.
It's until we start generating the leads, which is annoying, right? Because we want to grow our business every single day. Like it's just how people want to operate, right? And the hustle there. And for us, I think now let's take a week. Now, obviously, with the 4 consults, how are we looking in terms of where are we at to in terms of numbers, that kind of thing?
Today I want to. What do you mean in terms of how many clients I have?
Yeah, yeah, in terms of that kind of
So
number now.
I have 7.
Yep, cool.
So it's going okay. This week I have a bit of time today, and I'm just going to go into the system and just call people until I can get 10 consults this week because
There you
I'm not
go.
okay with having 4.
Yeah,
4,
yeah.
yeah, I don't like it. Just makes me fucking bit
Feel
nervous
uneasy.
thinking
Yeah,
I'm not
yeah,
going to make anyone from 4, dude, or 6.
yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
going to find a way to get some in. Um, as well, I had a question about the hamper. I already
Yeah.
asked Nathan, but I want to get your opinion as well. So we're releasing the hamper, like announcing the winner on January 1st,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's what we have.
Yep. Yep.
So, like, I'd be thinking that we'd leave it a little bit longer, because wouldn't we want to hit like the people that are coming in on their New Year's resolution, like January 1st? Wouldn't we want them to come in, see that, and be like, oh, let me put my name down for that?
Yeah, I can see where you're coming from. We have done that in the past, but you just have way too many leads. Right?
Okay.
Like, yeah. So once you've got 1 to 200 people, then it's like it's cool collecting them, but then it's actually contacting them as well.
Yeah.
Right. So, but the plan is so come Jan 7th that you are booked out with consults for the next couple of weeks, right? 2 to 3 weeks as well. So from there, everyone that hasn't done the hamper, they have the same questions every year, right? They're like, oh, is this going to work? Do I generate leads here? That kind of thing. Trust the process, follow it through. Yeah, because for you, man, even if we can go ahead and we look at this hamper, get doubling your business, or even going from 7 to 20 clients, right? Then you go, okay, like I'm good. You're feeling more content there as well. Are you still working your other gig at the moment as well?
Yeah, at the minute I've got to technically to like pay for everything, but yeah, it's
Yeah.
I've had a couple of weeks where I've done like one shift and I've just focused on PT, which has been good. Those
Yeah,
were the big
nice.
growth weeks, surprisingly.
Yep.
When I took time off that work. But yeah.
Yeah. There you go. And I think that big jump for us coming into full-time PT, it's definitely within the next 6 weeks. Right.
Yeah,
Like get out of that other job and put the foot down as well, man. So I think, yeah, like we say, don't get too distracted about generating the other sides. I like the way you're thinking though, because yeah, honestly, like getting new people in, that kind of thing. The only thing is you start to drag it out even more and you go like, okay, like there's going to be people in Feb as well. You actually find that Feb is going to be your hottest month in your club, not necessarily Jan. People are still partying in Jan. So come Feb 1st, that's where people go, oh, you know what, I need to get my life together, right, and get to the get to the gym. So that's what I've found over the past few years, and that's probably another reason why we don't drag that too much as well.
All right.
Cool.
Cheers.
Easy,
Thank
brother.
you.
No stress. All right, I'm gonna jump to Sandro. How you going, man?
Yeah, good. Thank you. Good. Thank you, Tarkin.
All good. Just following through with the training.
Yeah. Simon unlocked the new the second two
Yeah,
content modules. So just watching them today, getting through a bit of them today. Got a
nice.
couple of consults today too.
Beautiful.
So
Nice,
yeah,
nice. How are we
looking
looking?
through
Do you need anything at all, or are you feeling pretty comfortable at the moment?
well, I don't think I need anything, so I'm not
Yeah.
aware of anything I need at the moment.
Gotcha.
But I got a call with Nathan on Wednesday. So
Yep.
obviously chat to him then.
Perfect. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you say, man, anything pops into your head, shoot it through to me. All right. Keep just following through with that training. Then we'll set ourselves up for a good kind of start into next year.
Yeah, definitely. That's the
That's the
goal.
plan. Beautiful, man.
That's
Love
the
it.
plan, yeah.
All right. Keep
And
showing up as well to these webinars. It's perfect.
yeah, absolutely. That's the one thing I can do. I'm working through the hamper. I got a few responses from some supplement stores and some coconut water places.
Yeah.
So
Nice.
just filling that out now, and then
Solid.
hopefully try and get that up by
Solid.
midweek, end of
Yep.
week.
Yeah. Perfect, man. And then we'll grow from there. Love
Yeah.
it. Like coconut water, kind of random side note, guys. That's a big one. People are crazy, like going crazy about that stuff now. That chocolate Cocoa Bella one, that's like so good. I don't know if anyone's had that, but yeah, fill your hamper with that stuff because people put entries in for sure. But no, I love it, Sandro. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Like you're showing up, and you probably for the newest people that have opted into the program, you're the one that's showing up the most. So continue to lead from the front like that.
Yeah, thank you.
Love it, brother.
Trying,
Awesome.
right? All I can do is try.
That's it. Love it,
Application,
man.
right? Application
Application,
leads to business
implementation.
growth. Yeah,
That's it.
spot on.
100%, brother. Nice
All right,
work.
cheers. Easy.
All right, I'm going to
Thank you.
jump to Max, then we'll go Kia, then we'll go Tash. All right, we'll wrap things up.
How you going, Tarks?
Good, mate. How are you? What's been going on?
I've been quite busy.
Yeah, good.
Particularly the last 2 weeks. Nathan put a post up for me, but I cracked like my first 1K week.
Well done.
Last
Huge.
week, and I even did a total at the end of last week, which is like promising for myself. But what I earned from PT was almost the same that I earned from my other job, which is the job that I have been using to sustain me. So I'm kind of like it's almost going to be like a 1-to-1, and then I'm
Yeah.
hoping as I get to next year, it'll be like, you know, more than 1-to-1, and then that job will slowly reduce in hours, and then we'll be eliminated. And
Yeah,
then the full time
definitely.
work here will begin, which is where it'll really kick off.
Perfect, man. Perfect.
But yeah, in terms of what I'm doing this week, I've got a big chunk of time to catch up on stuff today, which is really useful. I'm going to be rewatching the marathon videos and kind of getting my hamper and my sort of my offer sorted for the rest of the year. And then sort of thinking about how I can sort of make sure that next year starts on like a really, really good, positive, fast foot, because I'm only going to be here for 6 weeks, and then I go on a holiday for 3 weeks. So I'm trying to make sure that when January
nice.
1st, 2nd comes around, I can just get people in for like a, you know, fill my books for like 6 solid weeks.
Yeah.
And then get them all into online coaching for my 3 weeks, and I'll just do some check-ins while I'm over there.
Yeah, perfect, mate. Love it. Like same thing, just implementation, right? Like for you as well. And this hamper will go crazy in your club, right? They would have never seen anything like it, right? So that's a huge one. So for us, like watch the training, follow it through, and like I'm just going to point everyone to the training, guys, 'cause it's better than what I can explain as well. So just making sure you've got that like the back of your hand, and then from there, man, keep me in the loop. Like keep showing up, same thing. Obviously, you and Nate have been working on the side and getting it done, which is really good to see. Yeah, so let's really hit the ground running, Jan, so you can actually go away on this holiday and switch off remotely as well. I think that's what a lot of people struggle to do as a business owner. But when you know you've put in the work, you've got the foundation there, it makes it a whole lot easier as well.
Yeah. Well, it's our honeymoon, so I want to make
You'd
sure
want to
that
switch off.
everything's sorted. Yeah. I do have a couple of rest days, like days where we're not doing anything planned, so they're going to be my like a couple of hours to do some check-ins, make sure everyone's on track, make sure everything's fine, but then like completely switch off. But it's okay, not a working trip. But
I'd be getting up early, mate. I'd be getting up early to smash it out for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, before the missus is up.
Yeah, that's it. 100%. 100%. Nice work, mate. Hey, great job.
Easy.
Great job.
Appreciate that. Other than that, all good.
Spot on. Beautiful, mate. I'm going to jump to Kia. Then we'll come to Tash. We'll go from there. If we can chat. Oh, yeah, cool.
Yeah, I just came off mute. How are you going?
How are you? Going well.
Good.
How are you?
Not too bad. So obviously I'm just having a look because I'm like obviously some of you guys have mentioned as well about keeping that putting things in that are a bit diverse for everyone in the hamper.
Yep.
But yeah. Apart from that, wasn't the best week in terms of consults or anything really, to be honest. But I was able to get one booked this week, but I will get leads late. I can get leads tomorrow as well and see how I can go with that as well. But I do have a question, but I'm pretty sure it's just like a double check sort of question with
fire away.
Because with the competition that we're running, the hamper, like we only contact them later on, like in January.
So there's a follow-up sequence, right? So in terms of like a text blast, I believe it comes out in this next training video.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
99% sure. And I'll keep you guys updated just because it's like a floor to the floor, right? In terms of how we follow up with them as well, right? And then we give them a call in Jan. Cool. It's a great question because I almost forgot about that as well. But yeah, it's just so they stay hot, right?
Yeah, that makes sense. That's why I thought I'd ask, because it'll be like, well, that's a long time for them to just be there. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. So that'll come out this video. So just stay up to date with that one, right? And then that should answer all the questions as well.
No worries. Thank you.
Perfect. No, easy done. Hey. All right, let's go to. I'll jump to Tash.
Hey Tax, how you going?
I'm going well. How are you?
I'm getting there slowly.
Yeah.
Obviously we've got our call at 11:30, which is fine.
Yep.
So at the moment I'm kind of using today as a bit of a free-for-all.
Yeah.
Both my manager and club manager are off sick. So I've got pretty much the club to myself. So
nice. Okay.
So basically for me, I'm just going back through. I'm about to do bulk blast today of my database for just some general bulk blast. I've uploaded my December offer on socials as well.
Yep.
just to try and get the ball rolling there. My biggest thing, like I said, as far as volume, as far as consult volume, it's not bad, but I'm just not. I think like last week, because I was cook on the Wednesday afternoon, Thursday. But I just think I was feeling like shit, and then everything that happened on that Wednesday afternoon that just derailed everything.
For sure.
I think that was just kind of like, fuck, where do I go?
Yeah, for sure.
So now it's basically my thought as far as with this hamper is, I've got two ideas. So obviously I'll do the floor walk. I'm going to speak to the management when they're in, hopefully tomorrow, about the hamper, saying, look, it's on behalf of the club, blah, 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 putting it into their spiel so it's benefiting them. And as far as to try and get some extra leads, because I said I don't know what's going to happen next year as far as when I can actually eventually look at another club. What my thought.
Sorry, I just cut out there. Yeah, you go.
I've got out, they're getting the new graphics to go into that, so that we'll have two extra sources. But I was thinking about potentially just doing a QR code flyer, and then basically having a question on the questionnaire as far as through the Google form, is defining out why they want to win the hamper. As opposed to people just randomly going that way, because, and then I still do the text message sequence, but like I said, basically based on that, and then obviously the people I speak to face to face, is then start to sort of limit who my priorities as far as contacts, to try and get people booked in, because I'm having the similar problem a lot of them are having at the moment, where we've got a lot of people that haven't got money, blah blah blah. I had a consult last week where we did a second session on the Wednesday, and she had $100+ dollars that she spends on alcohol each week, as far as what. And then she said to me, I'm going away, and I don't have that amount of money. Oh, I didn't realize she reached out to the club wanting a PT. And then she's, oh, can you see me once every 3 or 4 weeks? I said, no. That's not how it works. This is how, and this is with this was with the Black Friday offer. Pricing. It was just kind of like, you've got $100+ dollars. You said it's a 10 out of 10. You've got a supportive partner. You've got $100+ dollars you're spending on a weekend, and you're feeling like shit, because how about we look at putting some of that into. And like she goes, oh, and at that stage she wanted me to send some of the points as far as what I was offering to her by email. I said, yeah, no problems. And then all this shit happened as far as with my management and whatever. And I was like, I haven't done it as yet, purely because the fact now I'm like, shit, what am I doing? So I want to have the conversation with you at 11:30, find out what track we're doing, to then be able to respond to her, and then going that way. So
bring all that to our chat today, right? And then we'll kind of figure it out there, and we'll go from there and make it so it's just smooth, right?
And then I've got another one obviously booked with you on Wednesday, and that's purely just focusing on, trying to close these sales. I've lost clients. I'm down to about 10 or 12 clients now. So I'm really starting to feel the pinch, and I just need to be able to then, how do I close these prospects better and get them across the friggin' line? And with the friggin' incredible savings that they're doing, like the Black Friday was 15% off. I've actually upped it to 20% off for December. Getting them across the line, and I'm just so I've got income coming through, and then once we get the hamper the new year, and we start going through the leads and stuff, hopefully then having a plan of action probably February, as far as hopefully by then knowing where I'm going, what I'm doing.
So just solidifying a couple of people over these next few months. I
just need to get people. I've got people coming back, but they're away for a wedding and stuff like that. So they're back in Jan. They've done their time holds and everything else. That's all sweet. But at this morning time, I just now need more income in my back pocket.
Yeah.
just so I can grow the business a little bit more and then go from there.
Exactly. All right. Yeah. We'll get that plan and we'll run it at 11:30. All right. And we'll smash that out. Yeah, cool.
Perfect.
All right. We'll wrap things up
Mhm.
here and then I'll write some notes, get us all sorted. All righty.
Yeah, perfect.
Beautiful. All right, guys. Keep an eye out for the new training. All right, it'll launch today, if not tomorrow, I believe. Make your way through it, get yourself familiar. Then we'll really hit this hard, start generating some leads pretty soon. All right. We'll chat soon, guys. I'll see you in tomorrow for sales. All right. We'll catch you later.
Okay.
See ya.